What's up, YouTube people? My name is Frank Troy, and this has been something that I've pondered for a while. I thought about doing it for a while, but just decided to give it a test run spur at the moment. I just want to share a little story with you, and the purpose of the story is to show you the power of your mind and your thoughts, and how they can actually shape and control your reality, and also the power of love and positive thoughts. So back in 2016, June 2016, I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And I had a tumor about the size of a softball in my stomach that had to be removed. And before we could work on anything else, the chemo or anything for the cancer, this tumor had to be removed. I'm not going to get too into detail at this point because I just kind of want to see how this goes since it's my first time. But when they gave me the news that I have the tumor and I do have cancer and the tumor had to be removed, I took a couple hours to myself just to, let everything sink in and kind of get my thoughts together. And I had to have this tumor out the very next day. It was pretty much an emergency. So I spoke to the doctor that night, and my thought process was I did not want to have this ostomy bag if it wasn't able to be reversed. And I had them actually sign a waiver that if they open me up and it appears that the ostomy bag cannot be reversed, I didn't want it. I wanted to go a different way to get rid of this tumor. And they did sign a waiver for me. And I didn't realize how profound and powerful that moment actually was until afterwards when I got to kind of think about it and analyze things. But the reason why I wanted the bag removed was because my thought process already had me back at work. I already saw myself recovering from the operation, recovering from the chemo, recovering from everything, and getting back to what I was doing. I was pretty active, going to the gym 4 days a week, worked full time. So I wanted to get back to those things, and I already envisioned them, and I didn't realize how important that was. But I told them, when I go back to work, the ostomy bag is going to be right by my belt. It's going to be hard for me to put my belt on over it. I work in the city. I live in New Jersey. I work in New York City in a hotel, and at work I have to wear, a button shirt and a tie. I can't dress casual. And the bag would have been exactly where my belt was. And I told him, I can't go to work that way. I'm going to be uncomfortable. When I'm getting up and down off the train, I'm going to be uncomfortable. So I didn't realize that my mind was already focused on recovery. And they were able to reverse the ostomy bag later after I went through chemo and everything. This is actually where it was. It was down here. It has been removed. I had 3 operations on my stomach, actually. I even had cells in my brain as well, and had to have a port into my head because chemo can't get to the brain. But that's something I will share later. What I really want to get across at this time is how important that was that I saw myself recovering, that I envisioned it already. And it's more than just envisioning. You have to take the actions. I stayed positive. I never became angry. I showed love, and I received love back from so many people, from coworkers, from family, from friends, from people on Facebook that I never actually met before. They just saw some of my posts, and I was friends with them through mutual people and actually came to see me. And it was amazing. It was amazing. The love that I was receiving, the love that I was giving back, and it just formed this aura that you could actually feel it in my room. The nurses could even feel it in my room. And it was beautiful. I actually even go back to visit them sometimes when I go for my checkup. I go for a checkup about every 3 months now, and I actually go back and visit them. But I never got angry. I never took it out on anybody, never gave anybody an attitude or showed any type of ill behavior towards the doctors, the nursing staff, anybody. I showed everybody that I can love. And I don't even look at this as a negative thing. It's normally the first thing I say when I give this story out or when I tell this story. I don't look at it as negative. I actually look at it as positive. It changed me for the better. It showed me how many people love me and what the power of love can do and what the power of positive thought could do and how your thoughts actually do create your reality. There have been so many things that occurred after this that it just can't be coincidence. And at this point, I am very happy with my life. I am happy with who I am spiritually, mentally, and physically. And I wouldn't be here if I didn't go through what I went through. So sometimes when things look the darkest, you just have to stick with it, because just like the winter looks sad and ugly sometimes, eventually the summer is going to come. And that's with life. If you could just go through the dark, because unfortunately that's how it is sometimes, and take the lessons that you can from it and grow from it and not be bitter or angry, things will come around for you. There is no good or bad. There just is. Your reaction is key. There's no set way to be. There's no set, if this happens, you have to be upset. If this happens, you have to be mad or you have to be sad. That's not true. Everything is up to you. I'm going to leave you with that thought. Hopefully anybody who's going through anything difficult at all could watch this and apply this. Doesn't have to be a disease, anything that you're going through. But you just can't picture it. You have to take the steps as well. And we'll see how this goes. Hopefully this goes well, and I'll put out some other videos after this, and I'll share some more of my story. But I'm going to leave it at this for now. Thank you so much for watching, whoever does watch. And whoever did watch, I'm hoping that it helped you. Again, this has been a blessing. It's given me the opportunity to share this with people, not to show you how strong I am, but to show you how strong your mind is, and to show you how strong love is and positivity is. Thank you, YouTube people. I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to leave you with love and peace, and we'll see how this goes later.